I have been playing now about 4 years. It's quite a random story, but I came across a busker playing under a bridge in South Bank. This guy was just playing and I was walking past. I had one of those moments where I was like, I've got to take that up. And it was just an experiment at the beginning, and then I just loved it. One of the main reasons I play the violin is just to relax, actually. And I initially got into music because it helped me relax. For me, at the end of a long day, it just helps me switch off.
There's one time that I was in the underground and I listened to a musician that he was playing violin at the tube. And I thought that, wow, that's brilliant. And I just loved that sound. And I loved how violin can give the feeling to others. And I decided, why not just take a music instrument? And I searched online and just learn the ViolinSchool. And I think that's really a great start. I started about 4 months ago. And that was kind of like my first time to play music instruments. Like when I was a child, my parents forced me to do guitar, but I just gave up after 2 weeks' time. So this time it's like I volunteer to play violin. So yeah, it's a great experience for me.
When I picked up the violin for the first time, the funny thing is that I never asked, do I want to be a violinist? I was a violinist straight away. I just fell in love. I felt that it was like finally my voice, the one I was not able to find before.
When I was growing up, my family all played musical instruments, and so I didn't really think about it, I just did it. And I think as I got older, I started to think, why am I playing the violin? And that's when I realised, actually, I really loved it. And the realisation that I love playing the violin came from thinking, well, it's just a little wooden box, but with this box I can create all these different sounds. And these sounds they have the capability to touch people emotionally and to move them in a really profound way. And for me, that kind of shared expression is just wonderful. It doesn't matter who you're playing to, it doesn't matter where they've come from or what language they speak, you can just communicate straight from your heart and they can just receive it openly. It's just the most wonderful thing.
The sound, of course. I love the sound of the violin so much because I think this instrument has a soul, and actually I always say, never dies. The violin never dies, you know, for centuries and centuries, just travels everywhere and never dies. We are part of it.
Well, I started playing the violin 5 years ago. Why did I take it? Well, because my father used to play the violin, and I also saw that at work, I am a teacher, that the orchestra was excellent, and I was inspired by what the pupils were playing, so I thought to myself, why not give it a go?
I used to play violin when I was at school for a couple of years, and I've just been thinking about getting it back out of its box.
I also used to play violin from a young age up until 18, and then ditched it for about 10 years and yeah, got back into it through Simon's Fundamentals workshop. So I took that and then decided to join the group workshops, and I've been doing that nearly 12 months, yeah, every Saturday.
The teacher is very nice, so that's the most important part, so that you want to continue to learn. Like Simon is my teacher, and he continuously gives me courage. And so, oh, you can do that, you are brilliant. So that I can feel myself, I'm positive, so I will do better, I will practice harder.
You can see yourself progressing over the week, so it's like you're accomplishing more and more, which is quite kind of satisfying, I think.
I would like to go higher. I know that I will never be a professional, but I would like to be able to entertain my friends and continue playing in orchestras, and obviously playing some complicated pieces. That would be an achievement.
different abilities that are in the group, from complete beginner through to intermediate. We can all play together, regardless of what level you are, and enjoy it.
All the different parts complement each other, and I think when you're playing with different people, you really need to listen to each other, so it's almost harder than playing on your own. When it all comes together, it's just really nice.
I like trying all the different genres of violin music, and have been doing that more recently with the violin school. But just trying out some kind of folk and some jazz. And I also quite enjoyed the improvisation.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. You just get given a theme, like, do you remember Cats in Greece?
Yes.
And we had to just play
Cats in Greece and the zoo.
The zoo was good.
And that's been fun because, again, it's something new that Simon's really passionate about, which is, you know, being able to express yourself through music and see what happens.
And it's turned out okay, the last few improvisations. They sounded quite good, I thought.
Yeah.
As a teacher, when you see someone walk into the teaching room for the first time, you can almost straight away tell if there's a burning passion there that says, I need to be a violinist, I need to be a musician. And that's a wonderful thing to see as a teacher, because all you then have to do is take away the obstacles, take away the barriers between where that person is and where they want to be. You know that if they ask the right questions, and of course as a teacher you give them the right guidance, then their passion will take them the rest of the way.
I think a great violin teacher is always trying to share an adventure with a pupil together and towards dreams. A great teacher actually should be able to read in your mind, to try to find out from the beginning what you really want to do with your violin, you know, what kind of aim you have in your heart. And everybody is different, so you never know. I think everything is possible. In life, it depends on you and on your... everything depends how brave you are.
Quite often in life, we're faced with, oh, you can't do that. You can't take out the violin when you're older. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't play sport, you're not athletic, you're not musical, you're not... This is what people say. I think it's an absolute load of rubbish. I wouldn't class myself particularly musical, but I can get to a certain level. Anyone can play it.
I certainly had doubts, especially since when I talked to my father about it. He said to me that I was too old to start the violin, you really needed to be flexible, and it was probably going to be a waste of time. So I told him that I was going to give it a go, and I kept at it, and I love it. It's extremely intricate on the violin. It looks easy. I was amazed, for instance, how you could get a sound to shake or a sound to be very smooth. So I think difficulties which are involved kept me going, strangely enough.
I think the one thing we've got really good at the violin school is training people to train their instinct. If you like, it's how do you program your subconscious like a computer and then know that you can stand up in a particular performance situation and just deliver what you've prepared. And that's a really powerful thing. It means that you don't need to be nervous, you know that you know what you know, if you see what I mean, and that allows you just to have an enormous confidence. It means that when you're performing, it's a lot more convincing, and it's also more authentic because you're free to forget about the technique of what you're doing and just play from your heart.
It's like giving emotion to others, so that you want to tell us, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm not so happy, not so sad. And you can do that by playing violins. I think that's brilliant.
I think I've enjoyed the performance part of the workshops because you're sort of faced with playing in front of people who are your friends, but it takes you out of your comfort zone. And it's been a really nice experience doing that and getting feedback.
The best part is that you actually see yourself progress. So the first, I can't imagine myself like even using my left hand to like play different music notes. But now I feel like much comfortable. And when I look back, I thought, wow, I actually made some progress. And that really pushed me forward. And that really gave me the determination that I want to be good. And I will continue to do these violin lessons.
Get yourself a good teacher, like Simon, and if you can, surround yourself by a group of people you play with. It's very important. We meet up as a group beyond our lessons with Simon, and we've been playing now for 4 years, so we're all roughly at the same sort of level. And I think we've been very lucky because by playing in a group that we've got here, it gives you that sort of, the camaraderie and the motivation to all play together. And actually, we've got a whole lot of new friends, and there's a great spirit to it. And it sort of takes you on to the next level because it inspires you to get better. And for those who don't practice enough as they should, like me, it kicks you into gear to going forward.
This is like from my heart. I love this instrument.
It's an achievement. It's something that you dream of when you are a child, and to see it happen is just extraordinary.